Good morning. So this morning, something happened. I had a visit scheduled for 9:30 with a girl who was very excited about seeing this place and really insistent that I try to get her an appointment as soon as possible because she's very interested and doesn't want to miss out. So I went there early and I opened up everything and turned all the lights on, got it all prepped, and sent her a little location pin so she knew exactly how to get there about a few minutes before 9:30. Well, maybe like 5 minutes. So, because usually Americans, well, I work mostly with Americans here, but Italians are always late. They always show up 5, 10, 15 minutes late, and that's totally the norm. But the Americans I work with tend to be early, and so that's why I usually get there like 15, 20 minutes early if it's a small place, and up to 45 minutes early if it's a big place. So 9:30 rolls around and no show. 9:35, and I'm like, all right, well, maybe she doesn't know the area, got lost, whatever. And 9:40, and then I try calling her and she doesn't answer, and then I send her a message and say, hey, don't know if there was an issue, but I'll hang around for another 5 minutes and then I'm gonna start closing up and get on to the next appointment. So what I've noticed is that, especially this generation, and I do not like categorizing people, but you do notice tendencies, and of course in noticing those tendencies it helps you to understand how to work with them. And I mean, if it were me, if I'm running like 2 minutes late, I'm calling somebody. It's just like, and the Italians always laugh at that because they don't understand the 2 minute late thing. They're like, what? 10 to 15 is still okay. But I noticed that this girl, I'll probably never hear from her again. And it's a shame because she sounded really interested in the place, or maybe she found something else. But I noticed they're very afraid of speaking, of confrontation, but even in a very civil manner. They're afraid of facing up to either disappointment, or maybe she forgot, or maybe she got up late, or who knows, it could be a million things, all of which are completely okay, and all of which I think in communications with people, if you just talk about it, people are more than forgiving and more than understanding. It's when it's not talked about that you have all these other stories going on, and I think this happens a lot in relationships, whatever level, whatever degree of relationships. Why is my face so dark? It's realize how dark I am. I don't know. Anyway, the level of, no matter what, communication is everything, because people kind of know what's going on in your head or what happened, and don't have to spend a lot of energy making up a lot of stories to either justify their opinions of you, or make you, if you go in there with your story, then they can still have their opinions and whatever, but it'll be much closer to the truth and much more possibility of having some accuracy. So my tiny bit of advice as an old person in a younger person's eyes, I'm not old for me, but I'm probably old for them. Just say it. Just face up to it. Just do it. You're not going to die from it. That always helps me when I'm like in a really tough situation. It's not going to kill you. And what doesn't kill you, I do believe, makes you stronger, makes you more courageous, makes you willing to deal with more things and put yourself in uncomfortable situations, which will allow you to grow and to be the best you can be. Anyway, that is my ramble for this morning, and I hope it's of service to somebody. Have a wonderful day. I would love to hear what anybody has to say on this, especially if you're in that younger generation and we're used to texting and doing whatever. And let me know what you think. Were you like offended by this? Was this like, am I getting on your case? Am I being the person lecturing you? Because that's not what I wanted to do, but I'd love to know how it came across. Bye.